Greetings to my V family all over the world. This is your chief, all right, bringing back to you something that I've done 3 times in the past, simply called the 8 basic building blocks. All right, as you know, I did the video almost 20 years ago, and then I did another video called 8 basic building blocks rebuilt, and then I did a video a few years ago called 8 basic building block express. Now the 8 basic building blocks has been used widely all over the world, from every corner, from Europe all the way to Africa, and it has become one of the most widely used foundation modules, all right, that every single IR who starts their journey with us in QNet is the first video they watch. The purpose of the 8 basic building blocks is very simple. It is to keep it simple. Now you are today embarking on a journey with QNet, which is a network marketing, direct selling journey, and you need to have enough knowledge, enough substance to get started, because from where you are coming from, before your entry into this unbelievable industry, all right, you lack the basic fundamental understanding and knowledge of this industry and what you need to do. So the purpose of me creating, all right, and following the great masters around the world, all right, I picked, all right, from all the greatest networkers I have ever engaged with or had the experience learning from, and put together a very basic module called the 8 basic building blocks. So there are 8 blocks, guys, all right, starting from 1 all the way to 8. Now the purpose of the 8 basic building blocks is very simple. We need a training module that is duplicable. Now in our industry, network marketing, if you do anything that cannot be instantly duplicated by the person you are sharing it to, then that module serves no purpose. Because network marketing is all about duplication, duplication, duplication. So when I put together this 8 basic building blocks module, all right, which I learned from the great ones like Dato Sri Vijay, Dexter Yeager, one of the greatest networkers of all time, I recognize one fact, that we have to put it in a format that if I share with you today, tomorrow you must be able to do it with your downlines. It must be so easily duplicable. Now if you are training your downlines, training your new signups every single day, and if you are training them with knowledge and an approach that they cannot duplicate, then what you say is useless, because the flow of information, the flow of knowledge stops if there's no duplication. So if you talk to one person, all right, and that person understands you clearly but cannot transfer it to the next person easily, then what you said have just stopped. Our purpose, all right, of the 8 basic building blocks is for there to be continuous duplication all the way to the brand new guy who's going to sign up in the next 1 minute or the next 1 hour in the next 1 day. Now the 8 basic building blocks is a culmination, all right, of so many great networkers and their journey and their experience. So this 8 basic building blocks is proudly not a Bhatman Seinatiraja original. It is a Bhatman Seinatiraja copying from the great ones and creating a concept of training that is going to be so easy to duplicate in your organization. So let's start, guys. All right, basic building block number 1. All right, my favorite of all time, my philosophy, my mojo, my life mantra is called dream. Now when I started this 8 basic building blocks 22 years ago, all right, and I sat down with a new sign up and introduced basic building block number 1, which is dream. Now 22 years ago, nobody talks about this. Nobody. All right, it is unheard of. People used to panic and think I'm almost like hitting on them. All right, and I'm like referring to the dream they had last night. But that is not the truth. All right, this dream is the most important building block. That I am standing here today as a success story in this great company QNet, as a student of Dato Sri Vijay. I attribute it for me starting my journey with having crystal clear clarity on what my dream is. Now what is this concept of dream? And many of you watching this video for the first time, don't panic. I'm going to walk you through this concept of dream. Now, dream is what defines us as a human. If you think about it, all right, we are the only creation that is capable of dreaming, that differentiates us from a robot, from a machine. So you think about it, a robot and a machine can do today, all right, anything a human does. All right, that many jobs are lost because of automation and machines taking over and over and over. Even computers today have grown to an unbelievable level where they can do anything. Artificial intelligence. But the fact of the matter is, none of these machines, no matter how advanced they are, can dream except the human race. That's you and me. And the sad part is, right, this gift of us to have the ability to dream and want something more, all right, is what we don't take advantage of. We forget it. We are almost ashamed of it. So if you are watching this video right now, I am telling you, you are starting your journey with QNet. You are starting your journey with QN Europe. Now, before even taking your first step, you need to identify why. What's your reason? What's your compelling reason? All right, what's your vision? What's your purpose of starting the journey with us? There must be some reason for it. All right, and if you don't have clarity on that reason, then your journey is not going to last very long. You're not going to be able to sustain throughout the journey because the dream is the fuel. Now today people are even afraid to use this terminology dream. They use compelling reason, vision. But all this is like a mask, like a cover up of this emotional, slightly romantic term called the dream. Now I am not going to hide behind the English language. I'm going to tell you point blank that you need a dream. You need a dream that is going to drive you every single day through this journey of network marketing. You need a dream to help you overcome every rejection. You need a dream to keep you strong no matter how challenging your journey becomes. And this dream is something personal. Now this dream has no rules. There are no certain set parameters to what you can or cannot dream. Because if you look at your journey of life, all right, all of us, all right, we have been programmed never to dream. If you have a job right now, wherever you are in the world watching this video, what has your life come to? Go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. There is no room for the word dream. Your boss doesn't start his weekly general assembly by saying, what's your dream? All right, it doesn't work that way. So society today, the world as it is today, sadly, but a reality, has taken away this power from you and me. It's trying to suck away this ability for us to dream bigger, to want more, to find a reason that is so important to us that we are willing to do whatever it takes. Now the reason why the dream is so important compared to other parts of our journey of life, because in network marketing, there is no external force. There is no what I call negative motivation. I believe in your journey of life, to achieve anything great, there's either negative motivation or positive motivation. All right. Now in the traditional world of business or employment, it is all negative motivation. All right. The fear of losing your job, the fear of your boss disliking you. In traditional business, you would have taken a loan from a bank, all right, to open a traditional business, and every single day the fear of your business failing and you can't repay the bank is driving you. Think about it. If you were to open a traditional business and you sold your house or borrowed all the money from the bank and you open, let's say, a restaurant, all right, a simple restaurant, how many hours would your restaurant be open? How many days a week would you sit in that restaurant to make sure it becomes profitable? All right, let's say you start at 6 in the morning and you close at 12 midnight. And one day at 12 midnight, you're pulling down the shutters. All right, you're about to close, but you see a group of 50 people coming to your restaurant. What are you going to do? Immediately, you're going to open the restaurant, all right, and open the shutters. And they're going to ask you, but boss, are you not closing? No, I was just testing the door, you understand? And you're going to bring them in and you're going to start your stoves and start cooking and serving everyone. Because there is this sword hanging on top of your head, all right, that if you do not succeed in that restaurant, all right, you're going to be bankrupt, you're going to lose everything, and the bank is going to take your house, all right, and everything in it. And that is called negative motivation. Now in network marketing is slightly different. You're not selling your house, you're not mortgaging anything, all right, to buy a great product from QNet. You must complete and embrace the first basic building block, that is the dream. And your dream can be anything, guys. There are no rules, all right, there are no limitation. Dream as big as you possibly humanly can. If you want a pink, all right, private jet plane with yellow polka dots, go ahead. If you want a Ferrari, if you want a slightly bigger house, if you want to upgrade your car, if you want to provide great education for your children, if you want to give back to your parents, or you want to own the city you live in, all right, or you want to fly around the world, all right, like a Maharaja, it's okay. As long as you unleash yourself, as long as you open and switch on that button again that makes you human, that you are capable of dreaming. There is no dream that is too big. There is no dream that is too small. All right? And you just need to sit down right now with the person who's introducing you to the 8 basic building blocks. All right? And understand what dream you want. What is that dream? Why are you doing this? Why did you decide to join us and start this journey with us right now? Why? Why? Find that answer. Find that dream. For me to help you find that dream is very simple. If you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? Because there's 2 limitations in our journey of life. Time and money. And right now, if you're watching this video, you don't have both. Alright? You don't have both. Okay? You don't have time because go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. You don't have money because whatever concept of employment will never give you real wealth. Now imagine if you had all the time and all the money that you could ever dream of. What would you do? What would you buy? How would you live? Alright? And that's how I found my dream. When Dato Sri Vijay told me many years ago, Bhatman, what if you had all the time and all the money in the world that you could ever want? What would you do? How would you live? What would your dreams be? Alright, and this is fundamentally important. Alright, that basic building block number 1 is the core foundation, alright, that you are going to step on all the way throughout your journey in QNet. Alright, that this is the foundation, the dream. Alright, because without a dream, this journey of yours will not make sense. Without a dream, entrepreneurs do not survive. And I want to close this basic building block number 1 with a statement that was shared to me by one of the greatest networkers of our lifetime. Alright, where he clearly said, if the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. If the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. And what this statement means, which is my life journey, my mantra, alright, whenever I talk to Dato Sri Vijay, that's what I hear. If your dream is big enough, the facts don't count, Bhatman. Alright, it simply means that if you have a dream that is big enough, that is strong enough, alright, nothing can discourage you. Alright, a rejection cannot discourage you. Negativity from people cannot discourage you. Negative media, Google search, whatever cannot stop you, cannot slow you down. That anything somebody presents to you as a fact also cannot stop you. A lie definitely cannot stop you, as long as your dream is big enough. So welcome to basic building block number 1, the most important building block, that is your dream.